This week threw a lot of curveballs at me. I had weather issues, I was sore from last week's 13-mile run. It was an adjustment for sure. A quick recap for those who are new. I signed up for the Dopey Challenge on Disney World Marathon weekend. That's running 48.6 miles across 4 days. I started out with a 14.5 minute mile and I weighed 235 pounds when this all started 13 weeks ago. My goal is to be at 200 pounds by race day and have a 12-minute mile. I don't want to spend forever on the course for the full marathon in the sun. And if I want to stop and see some characters, I want to have some time. The requirement by Disney is to have a 16-minute mile pace. So I'm trying to pad some in case it's harder than I expect. Because I'm going to be running 5K, 10K, half marathon, and full marathon all back to back. A lot of long days. This week had 2 45-minute runs and a 3-mile run on Saturday. I have one more week in this entire training plan as a 3-mile long run. At this point, the mileage starts to really increase. Since last week I had 4 miles on Saturday and 13 miles on Sunday, on Tuesday, I decided to walk. That was a feat in and of itself. I was very sore, but I was determined to get the 45 minutes in. I averaged a little over 18-minute mile, and I was just trying to complete at this point. My second 45-minute run, though, required some weird adaptation. I don't have a treadmill, so I ended up having to speed walk around my kitchen island and table. The family was looking at me very weird. I don't know my exact pace or the mileage because my watch didn't track it properly. All I know is that my heart rate was up there and I was burning calories. And I was walking as fast as I could without getting dizzy. I'm really trying to build up my cardiovascular health and my endurance, especially on these recovery week long runs. I try very hard to push myself as far as I can. It was only a 3-mile run, but I averaged an 11-minute, 23-second mile. Big improvement since my 14.5 minute when I first started all this 13 weeks ago. It wasn't easy and it took work, but I got there. And I'm not even halfway through the train yet, and I'm getting very excited to see where I'm going to be in December. I did also forget till recently I signed up for Wine and Dine, so I have a 10K and a half marathon in the middle of this training on one of my off weeks. But I'm going to share a video and kind of put it on here and show what Wine and Dine's like. This week I have struggled a whole lot with calories. I don't know why. There was really no reason. It just seemed like I was going back to my old habits. It was very strange. I did not do a great job of counting calories. I know that. And I know that it's impacting my weigh-in, and I can't impact it anymore because at this point, I'm not even going to hit 200 pounds. I have to really adjust and really buckle down to hit that weight. It's time to course correct. I have to make sure I stay on track going forward. I know I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm trying. So I'm going to say the fanfare for the weigh-in. I started out 235 pounds. Last week I was at 225 pounds. This week I'm at 225 pounds. I didn't gain any weight. Didn't lose any weight this week, which I'm really impressed with considering I didn't do a great job with calories. At this point, it's looking like I'll be about 209 pounds by race day, which is still a lot of weight lost by race day. But I'm hoping I can adjust and get that extra 9 pounds off by race day as well. I still have plenty of time. I have over 300 miles left to run in this training plan alone. That's a lot of calories and a lot of opportunity that I really should be taking. If you're enjoying this, be sure and give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe so you can continue watching my journey. I'd also love for you to put some comments if you're on a journey, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to train for a marathon. Let me know how it's going in the comments below. Now to look forward to next week and not dwell on this week. Next week, I have 2 45-minute runs, a 5.5 mile walk. I'm going to say a speed walk because you have to average 16-minute mile, and then a 15-mile run on Sunday. There's a lot of miles coming up this week. Last week I learned some valuable lessons. I have to adjust to my 3-liter Camelback. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm going to spend some time this week trying to figure out how. I'm also going to double rinse my shorts. Make sure and watch last week's video to see why I'm doing that. This week I also plan to purchase a light. I haven't used the light yet, but my runs are getting earlier and earlier, and I'm legitimately getting paranoid. I'm going to step on an alligator or a snake. I live in Florida. That stuff's possible. I also need to get some reflective lights to make sure people can see me because it's dark in my neighborhood. It's dark on the roads around me. I want to be safe. I want everyone to be safe. So I'm going to try some out. I'll put links in the descriptions for next week's video when I get them and give some kind of feedback on how they're doing. When it's ready, next week's video will be right here. This playlist right here is my journey from start till now. You can kind of see how I've adjusted over time and what worked and didn't work.